with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. And Lord, has the day when my friends shall be sight. The clouds will roll back us cross. The drums shall resound, and the Lord shall disguise heaven's song. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul.
Selamatlah dirindu, damai iman teguh, dan berdoa sungguh untuknya. Tapi perhentian tiada didapatkan kalau tanpa korban di mezbah. Apa engkau telah serahkan di mezbah Tuhan? Hasrat hatimu semuanya, engkau boleh dapat perhentian dan rahmat kalau engkau berserah padanya. Maukah engkau jalan dalam terang Tuhan dan beroleh damai dan iman, turut kehendaknya, bebas dari susah, tapi harus berserah di mezbah. Apa engkau telah serahkan di mezbah Tuhan? Hasrat hatimu semuanya engkau boleh dapat perhentian dan rahmat kalau engkau berserah padanya. Kasih tak terduga diberi dari surga agar hatimu pun senanglah. Persatuan indah kita dengan Yesus hanya oleh korban di mezbah. Apa engkau telah serahkan di mezbah Tuhan? Hasrat hatimu semuanya engkau boleh dapat perhentian dan rahmat kalau engkau berserah padanya. Apa engkau telah serahkan di mezbah Tuhan? Hasrat hatimu semuanya engkau boleh dapat perhentian dan rahmat kalau engkau berserah padanya. Lamatlah dirindu damai iman teguh dan berdoa sungguh untuknya.
This is Papyrus 52, the oldest New Testament fragment ever excavated. It's a tiny piece of parchment containing just a few lines from John's Gospel. On one side of that paper, there is a short question posed to Jesus. Are you the King of the Jews? On the other side is his answer. A king I am. In Matthew's Gospel, the very first role attributed to Jesus is that of king. It begins with a long, dry list of names, the ancestry of Jesus. Several kings are mentioned in this genealogy, which is important because birthright was an essential claim to kingship. But the kingly allusions run deeper. Within this family tree, Matthew highlights 3 sets of 14 generations. This might seem like a random coincidence to us, but for Matthew's original Jewish audience, the number 14 was associated with Israel's greatest king, King David. You see, the Hebrew language of that time used letters from their alphabet to signify numbers. So if we look at the Hebrew word for David, we see that the numeric value of the word is 4 plus 6 plus 4, 14. In this seemingly dry, boring opening to Matthew's Gospel, we find a family tree that is saturated with kingly allusions. Matthew's message is clear. This man we will read about is a king.
You don't need to walk far in any direction in New York to run into a Christian church or cathedral. They're everywhere. In fact, some of them rank among the most beautiful and iconic buildings in the city. They're impressive. And one look at these grand palatial structures is all it takes to see that for a great many people, Jesus' role as a king is extremely important.
After his genealogy, Matthew's Gospel continues with kingly allusions through a birth narrative in which wise men traveled from the east, seeking Jesus, asking King Herod, "Where is he who has been born King of the Jews?" Shortly after this, Matthew then gives an account of Jesus being tested in the wilderness. In the final temptation, the tempter offers Jesus all the kingdoms of the world and their glory if Jesus simply were to bow down and worship him. But Jesus the King refused to bow down to any other. At this point in the Gospel narrative, the kingly allusions dissipate. But they return in full force in a way one might not expect when this hero of the Gospels is killed on a cross.
The cross is a common image in New York, and it's certainly the dominant symbol of Christianity. As a piece of iconography, it means a great deal to many people, bringing up profound feelings of hope, of forgiveness, of love and salvation. But in Jesus' time, seeing a cross brought up very different emotions.
This is the heel bone of a young man who was crucified sometime in the 1st century. It is the only archaeological discovery of a crucifixion nail still in the bone. It is one of our few remaining physical glimpses into the